I'll tell you, maybe it's the contrarian in me. Whenever I hear someone be sort of that, placid about things, sort of, I don't know, I want to say hand waved away some of these problems. I think particularly trade. I really sort of wonder, what's coming, what's gonna happen next. I would not be that sort of tranquil about the impact of trade. He doesn't like to call it a trade war, but when you have tariffs, I think soon to have tariffs on the entire trading relationship between the United States and the other, biggest economy in the world, that may not be a war, but it's pretty darn close to it, and I'm concerned about that.
Jared, we've seen not only Jamie Dimon, but a lot of CEOs sort of downplaying the risk that the trade war poses to the American economy. What are your thoughts about how you enter into that calculus?
Well, I think the way Jamie explained it is actually the way I think about it. There are two forces in play here. One is the direct impact on a very large $20 trillion economy. And so if you consider $200 billion of taxes on Chinese exports to us in goods, that's less than 10% of our goods imports. And then if you factor in the 10% tariff and the fact that about a fifth of those goods are consumer goods, you can trick out an impact on consumer prices that is pretty small, maybe 10 basis points. That's not nothing, but it's not, it's not really a much of a whack. But then there's this other part, uncertainty, where's it going, the sort of stuff that's really kind of shaking up the market today, the kind of daily noise out of Washington that's disconcerting. I don't see any of that derailing the economy. So I'm with Dimon on that, but I do see it as certainly, headwinds that they don't amount to they're not going to offset the tailwinds, but they are headwinds.
Dimon was in Philadelphia to talk about opening these new branches in underserved communities. And he said, look, I'm not doing buybacks. Instead, I'm expanding. And I want investors to understand that there will be a return on this investment, but it's not going to be overnight. Do you think that we're going to start seeing a shift to companies being able to plan out a little longer term, Jared? Do you think that this is a model that other companies will follow?
Boy, I really hope it is. I mean, I don't have as much against buybacks as many other progressives. However, I do take the point that in many cases it's not going to feed into investment the way even Dimon said it probably would. In many cases, it just enriches those who are already at the top of the income scale. So I think the kind of short-termism versus that investment outlook that Dimon was talking about is too rare. I was glad to hear him say it. I'm concerned that it's not as pervasive as it should be.